Yeah, I guess I lived in the world. I was very materialistic. I had an ego. I was a party goer, quite a heavy drinker. I was a fitness freak, and I tried everything in the world to fulfill that void in my heart, or that void in here, and I tried everything and nothing fulfilled it. I didn't like who I was. It was one night that I dropped to my knees in my walk-in robe, and I've got a big mirror, and I looked myself in the mirror, and I screamed at the mirror basically, and I just looked myself right deep into my soul, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like the reflection. I felt like it was something quite demonic in me, and I didn't know what that was at the time. This situation was really serious that I'd got myself into. Seriously considering taking my own life. It just got that dark. I just thought, how the heck did I ever get to this place? And it was one night I started YouTubing and studying pre-death experiences. Where do souls go? Where was my soul going to go? I wanted to know that if Jesus was real. So I spent 6 months studying the Bible from cover to cover. I tried to initially discredit it. I thought that it was just a story at that stage, and everything that I read spoke truth. There was one night that I had started to get to the truth, and I started believing in His word, and I knew Jesus was who He said He was, but He hadn't revealed Himself to me yet. It was a very dark night, and I went out onto my balcony. I just cried out to God, and I said, Jesus, if you are who you say you are, I want you, and I need you to reveal yourself to me. I don't know how you're going to do it, but just I've heard all these stories in the YouTubing, and people who have cried out to God and He's turned up, and my eyes just immediately just focused straight upwards, and there, right above me, was a break in the cloud, and it was like a cookie cutter of Jesus with His arms open, with His arms wide like this. And it kind of blew my socks off. It was just like, whoa, it was so perfect. And He showed up in a time where I was ready to go. About 10 minutes later, I grabbed my Bible that I'd been reading. It was a Good News Bible. And I said to Jesus, I was just talking to Him, I just said, thank you for revealing yourself to me the way that you did. But just to take the complete doubt out of my mind that was a complete coincidence, I'm going to ask you to reveal yourself to me one more time. Just one more time, and I'll never ask again. So I picked up my Bible and I just randomly flicked open to page 598 of the Good News Bible, and I read the scripture, and nothing spoke anything to me. It wasn't anything relevant to what I had just seen. And I kind of pushed it away on the kitchen bench, still on the same page that it was opened at. And I went back and just started watching a bit of TV, still trying to process what I had just seen. And then about 10 minutes later, my girlfriend at the time came in. She said, "Oh my goodness, I love this picture." And I'm like, "What picture?" So I kind of got off the couch and I walked over towards the Bible that she was pointing at. And there is a sketch of Jesus with His arms open. And I hit the ground and started crying, and I was pretty just overwhelmed of how He did what He did. And of course she was like, what are you doing? Get off the ground. And I'm like, you don't understand. And this picture was identical to what I'd just seen in the cloud. And God did what He promised, and I had put Him to the test, and He just delivered in a way, the way that only I can understand, because I'm extremely visual. So Jesus spoke to me in the language that He knew that I would understand. For me, He's everything, because I would be nothing without Him. And the way that He He revealed himself to me in the time of my darkest hour of my life, and he was there. How my life is changed, it's certainly renewed everything in my life. When I started learning about Jesus, I died to my old self, and I was renewed a new and much better creation. And I can now look in the mirror and say you're a much better person than what you used to. So I want more of him every single day, and that's my walk now. I don't want more money, I don't want more clothes, I don't want faster cars or a bigger house, or I just want more of Jesus, and that's all that matters, and everything else is an illusion to me. Jesus is who he says he is. And if you dig deep enough, the truth will reveal itself, and the truth will also set you free like it has me.